Hello everyone. So today we are going to start our last determinant of demand, which is consumer expectations. And in the earlier videos we uh, discussed about price of the commodity, price of related goods, income of the consumer, taste and preferences of the commodities in the market. And in taste and preferences we talked about three kind of effects: bandwagon, or we can say it demonstration effect, snob effect, Veblen effect. So in this video we will discuss about consumer expectation, which is our last topic, which is our last determinant of demand. So in consumer expectations we also talked about other factors which influence the demand in the market of a commodity. So consumer expectations regarding future prices, income and supply condition, etc. influence the demand of a commodity in the market. So let's take an example that there is a commodity X and consumer expect that there is an increase in the price of this commodity X in the future. So it expects that there is an increase in price of commodity X in future, and his income also increases. So if the consumer expect that there is an increase in price, then the consumer will demand more of the quantity of that commodity. So hence what will happen, the demand of the commodity X automatically rises. But if the consumer expect that there is a fall in the price of commodity X, so what will he do? He postpone its purchase for commodity X if the commodity X is not a essential commodity. If the commodity X is non-essential commodity, then the consumer will postpone the purchase of commodity X. So what is consumer expectations is all about: the expectations of consumer about his income, prices. If he expect that there is a rise in the price of a certain commodity, then he demand that commodity more. And if he expect that there is a fall in the price of that commodity, then the demand of the commodity also decreases, because he know that the price of that commodity after certain time decreases, then he postpone its purchase. So this is all about consumer expectations. This is not so much of important. So there are some other factors which also influence demand. First is size of the population. So in size of the population, what is mean that if the population of a country or a region is larger, then in general the quantity demanded of the normal goods and services also high. So if the population of a region or a country is large, then the quantity demanded of normal goods and services also high. Second is composition of population. In this, if in the country or in a region there are more old people, then the demand for medicines is high, spectacles high, and etc. If there a region which having more childrens, then the demand of toys is high, chocolates is high, like these kinds of goods having higher demanded. So demand also depends upon the composition of population. If there is a region where the number of old people is high, then the demand of spectacles, walking sticks and medicines demand is high. And if the region consists more of children, then the demand of goods like toys, chocolates and toffees is high. Now third is level of national income and its distribution. Now third is level of national income and its distribution. Now the level of national income is very crucial determinant for the demand of any commodity. If the country having higher national income, then the demand then there is a higher demand of the normal goods and services in the country. But the wealth of the country may be unevenly distributed between the rich and the poor people, as in the country there are more day by day there are people who is getting more rich and rich day by day, and the people who are getting more day by day. So the distribution of the income is so uneven. Because of that, the propensity to consume of the goods and services is relatively less, because there are people which are very few and there is a majority of poor people. So the propensity is consume is less, relatively less. But if the distribution of national income is equal, then the propensity to consume is also high. If we distribute the national income, then in the equal ratio, then the propensity to consume is also high, then the demand is also high. So it is all depends upon the distribution of national income. If we distribute the national income between rich and poor people equally, then the propensity to consume is also high, because poor people then also can afford the goods which they want, and hence the demand also high of the normal goods and services. So this is level of national income and its distribution. Now fourth is credit facilities. Now fourth is credit facilities. When the credit is on the lower rates, then it induces or motivates the people to buy more of the goods even beyond their current income level. When the credit rates or interest rates is high, then demand also high, because this credit rates when the credit facility or interest rates of borrowing is less, then the demand is high, because if the borrowing rates is less, then people borrow more of credits from the banks and from the government, then their purchasing power increases, and hence the demand of the normal goods and services also increases. So this credit rates motivates or induces the people to getting more demand of goods, and even their current income level is low. At the time their current income level is low and the credit rates is decreases, so they but evenly they also demand more of the goods and services. There are so many durable goods which are more expensive and require more of payments, so they can because of decreasing credit rates, the buyer buy the durable goods and even their current income level is low. So this is all the other factors. Other factors, first is size of the population, second composition. In size of the population, we understood about that when the country's or region population is larger than the quantity demanded is also high. And the composition is when there is a region which consists of more of old peoples, then the requirements of the goods like medicines and walking sticks etc. will be high. And the region where consists of more children's, then the demand of goods like toys, toffees, chocolates is high. And third is level of national income and its distribution. Fourth is credit facilities. So this is all about the determinants of demand. We studied about price of the commodity, price of the related goods, income of the consumer, taste and preferences of different kinds of commodities, and consumer expectations. And there are some other factors which also influence the demand in the market, which is size of the population, composition of the population, and level of national income and its distribution. And last is credit facilities. So this is about what determines demand, and this topic is ended here. And in the next video we will discuss about our new topic, which is demand function. So thank you until then. Bye.